Hey guys, April is Autism Awareness Month, and I want to share a story with you about Simon, a little boy with autism. This story was written by Kate Gaynor. Permission has been given by Special Stories Publishing Company, Michael Gaynor. Hi, my name is Matthew, and I would like to tell you a story about a friend of mine. His name is Simon. Simon joined my school last year, and I remember his first day very well indeed. When I arrived at the door of my classroom, Simon was standing outside with his mom. "Hi, Matthew," I said. Simon's mom gave me a big smile. "It's nice to meet you, Matthew," she said. "Simon, would you like to say hello to Matthew?" she asked. But Simon just turned away and looked at the ground. Our teacher told us that Simon would be joining our class that year. He would take part in most of our lessons, but sometimes he would have help with his work from a special teacher too. I thought Simon would like our school a lot. It really is a great school, apart from just one thing, a girl called Hetty, or Horrible Hetty as I like to call her. Hetty was always pushing her way to the front of the line at lunch. "I'm next," she'd say when it was someone else's turn, and then she would make a horrible, mean face. Every day after we ate our lunch, my friends and I would go to the schoolyard and make up new fun games to play. On Simon's first day, I asked him if he wanted to join in, but Simon seemed to like being on his own. As time went by, I noticed how Simon acted a little differently from the other boys and girls in my class. Sometimes he would get upset about something small, like someone bumping into him by accident. No one could understand why or even what he was upset about. Simon always liked to arrange the books and pencils on his desk in the same way every day. He didn't like it very much when anything changed at all. Sometimes he would get upset about things like the school bell ringing or having to move seats. Because Simon was a little different from my other friends, I soon stopped asking him to take part in games, and sometimes I got annoyed if the teacher tried to get him to join in. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to have a friend like Simon. When the time came for the big school trip to the fun fair, all the boys and girls had to pair up and find someone to sit with on the bus. "Why don't you and Simon pair together today?" asked our teacher. So Simon and I sat together on the way to the fun fair. Simon took out his sandwiches. "Do you like sandwiches?" I asked him. "Do you like sandwiches?" he repeated, and then he handed me his lunchbox to share them with me. "Thanks, Simon," I said, but Simon was busy looking out the window. Later that day, while Simon and I were waiting in the line for our ice cream, Horrible Hetty marched over to the ice cream van. "I'm next," she said in a mean voice. Just as Horrible Hetty was starting to push her way in front of us to the top of the line, Simon suddenly shouted, "No!" very loudly indeed. Hetty got such a fright, her pigtails flew up in the air. She quickly turned around and ran off. "Thanks, Simon," I said. "Thanks, Simon," he replied, looking at the lights of the big Ferris wheel. From that day onwards, I always made sure to ask Simon if he wanted to have lunch with me or play a game during break time. Some days he would join in, but other days he just wanted to be on his own, which was okay too. The other boys and girls in school soon learned that even though sometimes Simon acted a little different from us or didn't have a lot to say, he was just the same as everyone else in our school. Simon helped me to see that leaving someone out because they are different is something that only a Horrible Hetty would do. He also showed me just how great it is to have a friend like Simon. Do you have a friend like Simon? Why don't you tell me your story? Hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope that you remember when you encounter people boys and girls that are maybe a little different or act a little different than you do, that you're kind and patient and include them in the games that you like to play, but be patient if they don't always want to join in. Have a great day.
You with the sad eyes. Don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness there inside you makes you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Let them show your true colors. See your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. I see your true colors. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams that keep me away. special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to the world that we designed.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, and brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see. To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me awake.
Million dreams, a million dreams.
I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? Or ask the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Come run the hidden pine trails of the forest. Come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Come roll in all the riches all around you. And for once, never wonder what they're worth. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my friends. And we are all connected to each other in a circle, in a hoop that never ends. Have you ever blue corn moon, or ask the grinning bobcat why he grinned. Can you sing with all the voices of the mountains? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? How high does a sycamore grow? If you cut it down, then you'll never know. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. For whether we are white or copper skinned, we need to sing with all the voices of the mountains. We need to paint with all the colors of the wind. You can own the earth and steal all your